I want to talk for a minute about the idea of the adversarial DM, because I think that there's probably a lot of DMs out there who probably don't realize that they're maybe doing that, right? This whole idea of like the players versus the DM, like it's the DM's job to defeat the players, which it's not. It's the DM's job to make sure that the players are having fun. And before you say, well, the DM deserves to have fun too, if you do not have fun when your friends are having fun, and the only way you can have fun is by beating them. Anyway, so this whole adversarial DM, I just saw from the Buff DM talking about player agency, right? This idea that, DMs should build or balance encounters using the player's weaknesses against them, how that takes away agency, which it does. But for anyone who might be on the other side of that, who thinks like, no, that's, challenging them, that's the whole point, blah, 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 blah. I don't entirely disagree with you, but it's not all of just that. When a player decides on what their build is, right, that's how they want to play. If you have a tank that builds up their AC really, really high, and then you ignore them, go around them going for their healer, even if the logic is, well, they can see that you're super tanked up and they're not going to, be able to hit you, so it makes sense that they'd avoid you, the big scary guy, and go for the squishy little healer. Sure, absolutely. Why not? That does make sense. But it's not fun. And when it comes down to it, you should be having fun too. And that's not to say that you can't still employ the tactics of going after the healer, but when you know that someone wants to be the big tanky person that takes all of the hits, put something in there to hit them. That's what is fun for them. And if you're still not getting it, think of it in this terms, right? How many times have you been playing a video game, you get some new piece of gear or you have some particular build, maybe you like to be really stealthy and like assassinate things, but the mission that you go on for some reason doesn't want you to do that, right? Everywhere you look, something trips you up, or you put on this new fire dagger and the next thing you have to fight is immune to fire damage. How does that feel? Does it feel like the game is challenging you, or does it feel like you put all of your effort into developing a strategy and then the game basically tells you that's not going to work this time, right? Except the difference is, in a game, you either die, you reload, you are able to sort of adjust your strategy on the fly. But in Dungeons & Dragons, when you invest time into each of those levels, into getting all of this gear, you can't just on the fly be like, DM, let me trade and swap things up a little bit. So as a DM, one of the things that you should understand is what is it about your players that they like to do, and give them the chance to do that while also challenging them.